Berry and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And, of course, Stephen Curry. A part of this lineup, we'll see how they do without him.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of this caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. They got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now, here's Thibault. Watson for three. Good for the basket. Started. Off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Hendricks. And stolen by Thibault. Durant with it. Stolen by Anunoby. A nice shot by Booker.
Love to see Anunoby there get those long arms out there into the passing lane.
Thibault on the wing. Offline with his three.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Booker. Pass to Hendricks. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
You know, watching these guys take off, it's awesome. And Booker putting on a show.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Now, I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. He laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. They mentioned how, with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Devin?
Thank you, David. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Watson for 3. Hands it from downtown. Watson's got 6 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. All sorts of time. And it's Miami with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And Anunoby slams it in.
And you could see the length that time with OG stretching out to finish.
Down low. One-on-one fast break. Here's Sharp. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We know, Brett, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA. From Shaedon Sharp to his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game, and then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Pass to KD. Here's Edey. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Booker outside. A fadeaway. And it's good for 2. 11 points in the game.
And just lethal as a scorer from all over the floor. Mid-range is in the range for Devin Booker.
Here's Durant. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Booker. Pass to Sharp. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Left side Durant. Brunson scanning the floor. Back to KD. Off target from three-point range. Miami leading by 7. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Booker. 11 points in the game. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Inside, Edey.
Oh, how about the vision from KD? Fantastic at moving the ball and then working it to his teammates.
Here's Booker. Pass to Sharp. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. For 3, buries the long-range jumper. Sharp's got 7.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And he has gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Powers through for the bucket. Gets a chance to tack on another point at the free throw line.
The Heat leading by 7. Booker looking around. Pass to Dillingham. Shot clock at 5. The Heat need to get a shot off. And here's Booker from the arc. That's no basket. His third miss in 8 tries. Outside, KD. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. KD's got his third basket of the night right there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Well, Booker looks so often to shoot from the perimeter or coming off the screens. You got to stay down on his pump fake.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Brunson's so skilled at drawing contact on the move.
For Brooklyn, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And both free throws good for Brunson. Now here's Booker. He's got 15. It'll count. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Miami Heat. What?
The Heat, 24.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack. As soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Nets trailed by 5. Here's Shannon. From the arc. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Here's Hardy. Pass to LeVert. Here's Salon. Nice move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
And Watson has it in the corner. Over in the corner, Shepard. And the 3 off target. The Heat leading by 4. 3-pointer, LeVert. That one's not going to go. Brooklyn with the ball. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Here's Shannon. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And Miami has possession. Pass to LeVert. Screen by Allen. Here's Salon. From the baseline. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Shannon. And he makes good on the layup. Shannon's got 5.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream.
First team foul.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
It's the Nets now. Jarrett Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Pass to Valanciunas. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And Valanciunas has no problem showing up with that physical force, finishing through contact.
And Salon gets it to go. Salon's got his second basket of the night.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. He does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. To the paint. It's stolen by Shepard. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Shannon. He has 5. Shepard with the ball. And finished off by Shepard.
and credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Shannon. To the wing on the left. And it's Shepherd missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Great Kentucky native Reed Shepherd followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
Timeout.
Was that his dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. The wing Booker. He's got 15. Pass to Sharp. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Thibault. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Brooklyn with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Durant in the corner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And that one right there, that's the play with KD and that rip through. That move is so good that the league started to consider how they'd rewrite the rule book for guys reaching in. A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Put big guys on the floor.
Fades and shoots. Shots good by Booker. Booker's got it all tied up now for the Heat. KD looking around. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Booker, and there's another one for the Heat.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Durant. Hustling it in, Kevin Durant.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
To the inside. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. 1:04 left in the first half. And the shot is good. Dillingham's got his first bucket of the night.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Pass to KD. From deep. And Durant can't get that one to fall. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Booker outside. And it's Durant with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Nets passing it around. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Back to KD. 3 on the clock. The shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. KD's got 6 in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. The first one falls.
Shooting for Miami, Devin Booker. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Booker. Up in time. No good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
34.
Miami ahead, leading by just 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game. Here's Edey. Takes it off the glass. Edey's got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Hendricks. It's deflected. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Durant almost 7 feet. It's just hard to believe watching how well he moves.
To the middle. They kick out to Anunoby. Now Booker. He's got 21. Got a hand on it. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Brunson. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Pass to Edey. Just 5 on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Edey's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
No, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Edey with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Can't get it to fall. The Heat trailed by 4. To the right side. Here's Hendricks. That 3 off the mark.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Pass to Thibault. The basket good off the assist. Durant.
That's pretty much not how they want to bend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The kick out to Anunoby. Again, the miss by the Heat.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
The Heat trailed by 8. Dillingham with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Second personal foul.
Brett, when you survey Jalen Brunson going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Here's Salon. The kick out to Porter. Hits it from three-point range. And now just a 4-point Nets lead.
You just look at how smooth that shot is from Porter Jr. From range, he knows what he's doing.
Here's Durant. Using his length inside. Durant.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Here's Salon. From beyond the arc. And again, Miami with the triple.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
They get the rebound. Durant. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Physical defense. And KD does not flinch. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disrupted in terms of what they've done defensively.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Nets leading by 5. Here's Shannon. He's got 5. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Sharp. Miami again turning it over. And 1:01 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Shannon. Out to the wing. And too much time in the lane. They called for the 3-second violation. The Heat trailed by 5. And here's Booker from the arc. Booker sinks the 3.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Pass to Shepard. Watson for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Watson's got 9.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Here's Shannon. Shoots the 3. He can't get that one. Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth.
56.
Nets.
The Heat. 51.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. And so Booker will bring it up for Miami. Pass to Dillingham. Now Sharp. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Edey with the rebound. Nets leading by 5. Back to Durant. Here's Brunson. High arcing shot. And he sinks the layup. Brunson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nets. Screen by Allen. No good from Booker. And Brooklyn has possession. Pass to Brunson. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Back to Durant. Lets it go with a 3. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
One of those nights that Kevin Durant is just massive for his team. For my money, this guy's the best scoring forward of all time.
Booker, good.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Here's Brunson. Nice. Brunson working inside.
And mixing it up down low. Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Jalen Brunson. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Now Dillingham. Allen right side. Over Edey. Allen, that's good. Allen's got his first basket of the night.
And this is where Allen should look to score because he's got the size and length.
Brunson outside. Down low. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Allen. Here's Sharp. Allen in the post. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough
to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Brunson outside. The high post shot. He gets it in there. Brunson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
That's where Brunson gets a lot of his baskets. He just thrives in the mid-range.
Anunoby outside. Here's Dillingham. Rebounded by the Nets.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
And here is KD. And stolen by Anunoby. To the paint. Here's Allen. It's hauled in by Watson.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And here we go. Booker heading to the hoop. And again, it's the Heat missing. Brooklyn leading by 10. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
And your next team.
And Miami making a change here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thank you, David.
Defensive foul.
One of the things you got to admire about Kevin Durant is his ability just to continue to focus on playing basketball. This guy is a true hooper.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his third foul of the game. Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, in midseason?
Well, Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, the coach has had a longer tenure with the team. You can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in.
On defense, Brooklyn. This is the most they've led by 13 points. And they're running. Here's Watson. And Watson slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team.
Oh, wow! Booker with the big jam.
And how about Booker going high up for the dunk?
And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-6 run. It's Durant with the drive, and then Durant with the dunk.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Booker going to work inside.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Nets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And the D has to respect Booker's passing ability. Fantastic at finding guys in their spots.
Here's Shannon. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always Breeze has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
And Booker just one of these guys who's calculating on the offensive end. He's trying to figure out what defenses are doing. He's always working hard to find shots, and he's going to influence the game with the way he can produce.
Here's Shannon. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. And the Nets lead by 13.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they went down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
And all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Booker, good. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fires from deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. And he makes that one. So it's the Nets picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters.